Oh. Blammo. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is Awesome. I'm broadcast coming to you live from gloomy, somewhat sunny, but somewhat gloomy California, Los Angeles. Folks, we're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one, because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Blammo Day. You already know what it is. It's Monday, News Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I went to New York this weekend. I wanted to see it right before it turned into the Islamic Caliphate, you know, right at the precipice. New York City is at the precipice of becoming the Islamabad, but Islamagud of America. I was there for the New Yorker. I was speaking at the New Yorker event, and I did this event. And then afterwards, there was, I was talking to AOC and a bunch of other people, and they were like, yo, and then you guys told me that there was a Zohran rally happening. So I was like, you know what, I'll peek in. I didn't miss the Kathy Hochul humiliation ritual. I saw that. And I listened to the AOC speech. I listened to Bernie Sanders. I actually did not get to hear Zohran speak, but it's not new for me. I mean, I've heard these people speak a million times over, but it was very cool. It was very cool to see all the HASAN heads. It turned into an Omega meet and greet. Okay, that was pretty crazy. I mean, I guess it's expected, but goddamn, that's like crazier than TwitchCon. Honestly, I've realized that like those rallies are more meet and greets than TwitchCon is. Andrew Cuomo is still using that as an attack line. Apparently, Cuomo saw you at the rally and he was not happy about it. Here's Jeff Colton, who is defending me. New York City political reporter with Politico. Hassan Piker entered through the media entrance and wore a media sticker the whole time. We know that because he live streamed the whole thing. Hopefully other campaigns would also let him in under similar circumstances. I am constantly living rent-free in his mind, apparently. And for the record, I didn't hang out with Zohran. I don't know him like that. I got invited by other teams, so I don't know why they're stressing so much. You want to yell at somebody, yell at AOC. I got to talk to some of the canvassers, the canvas leads, as you guys saw, and I think it was really good because, remember, this is a people-back candidacy. This is a people-back campaign. This is a people-back movement, right? And I think Zohran, being the charismatic figure that he is good, is great. But also, what's even more important than Zohran is why his message resonates with so many people and how many people are actually on board with it and willing to go out and knock on some doors for him and try to spread the word, right? It makes it much easier to do that when, you know, you have something to fight for. You have something that people want to get on board with. You hang with Stavi? Hell yeah, I did. We didn't get to see each other that much, unfortunately, because like it's a chaotic environment. But I did. I got to see a bunch of my buddies. I'm Billy. I met you outside of Forest Hill Stadium while you were waiting for your cab. It was an honor meeting you, King. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so I left early, and I'm just sitting on the corner. And first, I see an NYPD drone above my head, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Do they think I'm like a suspect or something? And it turns out they had that like unmarked white van that was right next to me, and it was actually the drone operator finally bringing the drone down. So that was my first moment where I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And then this flustered ass himbo wearing a fucking one-piece baseball jacket is running, stops, and remember, I'm literally standing on a street corner a couple blocks away from the Forest Hill Stadium, and he's like, Hassan? I was like, yep, it's me. And yeah, I'm Billy. I met you outside of Forest Hill Stadium while you were waiting for your cab. It was an honor meeting you, King. He says, yeah, he is like, oh yeah, I had to park my car a couple blocks down at my friend's house to get here. And he was like running in before the Bernie speech ended. I saw you at the Zohran rally and didn't say hi because you were swarmed by people. I felt so bad. I saw you sitting in the bleachers and you were not that far, but you clearly seemed overwhelmed. I was the most overwhelmed I've ever been. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was crazy. Yeah, I saw this Turkish California meets Greek New Yorker. That was the most overwhelmed I've been at any rally or any like major event. That was crazy. But what the fuck was my expectation? I went to a Zohran AOC Bernie rally a week before the New York election. So that's my people. That's you. You're in here. You spoke at the Palestinian protest and this was worse. Yes, this was even more directly dialed in. The thing is, the Palestine rallies that I've spoken at, like the marches that I've spoken at, like there are unks, aunties, people that have no fucking clue who I am. Virtually every single person in that 14,000 person stadium has encountered my commentary at some point. Those are our people. You know what I mean? It's our people. It's like The only time I felt that way was like the DSA. The New York City's Not For Sale rally had everything. Zohran, Bernie, AOC, Brad Lander, Hassan Piker, Stavros Halkias, two of my exes, Kathy Hochul, opportunities for improvement, union leaders, Abrahamic religion leaders, DSA chants, increasingly specific Zohran t-shirts. Yeah. Low key, it was a real who's who of like the large left flank in this country. It was a great experience overall. It was amazing seeing, again, 13,000 people. And I think there was like almost about 10,000 or 11,000 people there. They slammed it shut. It would have been even larger if the RSVPs hadn't closed earlier, I think. But being around all of these individuals, all of these people from all different kinds of backgrounds, different workplaces, you know, teachers, nurses, paramedics, bus drivers, bus riders, Amazon delivery drivers, you know what I mean? Like just people that are making this entire city, this beautiful city tick. People who are 60 years old and people who are 16 years old. Like there were people from all different walks of life, an incredibly diverse coalition. It was amazing to see how excited people were. It's hard not to feel hopeful about the future of this movement when you see stuff like that happening. I know that we are so predisposed to cynicism. We hyper focus on all the negativity. We hyper focus on all the silly stuff, but you cannot deny the momentum, the Zoh-mentum, if you will. Does your cynicism ever get better? The better of you, even in times like this, like that he will fuck it up or something will go wrong. I know it's like you just push through, but nowadays is an issue. I mean, yeah, that's precisely what I'm talking about. Like the idea that like, you know, Bernie Sanders is such a pivotal figure for so many Americans, but then also will every now and then have like disappointing takes about like immigration or whatever. And it's like, it is what it is. You just have to keep pushing. Like no one is going to be a perfect candidate, you know? No one is going to be a perfect candidate. If we're talking about electoralism, that's just how it is. You have to work with what you have. That's it. There's not much else you can do about that. This person clears you both for most interesting. I saw this. This person is just a kooky guy, though. This is like the classic crank. Zohran winning the crank vote is interesting because he is a very like straight ticket social democrat in his policies. I mean, he's DSA, he's democratic socialist, but like much like Bernie, he is a straight ticket social democrat. When you look at just the things that he wants to do, the things that he wants to improve. And Bernie also had the crank vote for a while. iPhone bank and the number of Staten Island dual Trump Mamdani votes is not small. No, it makes sense. But here's the thing. Everybody needs to understand. I said this about so it's just like votes in general and elections in general, where it's like, dude, yeah, we want the racists to vote for whoever our candidates are. Like, what do you mean? That's the goal. But the point is, how do we do that? Do you get racist and transphobic people to vote for you because they believe that you are going to be better as far as like harming minorities, harming trans people? Or do you get them to vote for you because they're like, you know, I'm a racist, transphobic person, but I kind of want healthcare. That's how elections are won. So yes, that's how it works. That doesn't mean that like once they come on board, we're gonna be racist. I'm not a fucking straight ticket establishment Democrat who's saying, oh yeah, in order to win these races, we gotta become more racist. I'm saying the exact opposite. Like if you are a parent, you already know this. Like if you want your child to eat the vegetables, you also gotta offer them ice cream afterwards, right? In this situation, voting is not dissimilar, okay? The ice cream is the positive appeal that you make to as broad of a base of support as possible, which is the economic improvements. And then the vegetables are, yeah, you're gonna, you know, trans people are gonna get Medicare as well. Like, that's what it is. My kids love vegetables. I need a different analogy. Okay, calm down. Whatever, cheese on the broccoli, whatever the common meta is, okay? Calm down. Nerd ass kids, yeah, okay. Look at me, I'm such a good parent. My children love eating vegetables. But yeah, and this even goes for the cranks as well. And it's not supposed to resemble the entirety of the movement because you have to look at what the positions are. You have to look at what the policy positions are. And you have to look at the broader movement in and of itself. Is this a movement comprised entirely of cranks? Or is this a movement that has reached so much broad popular support that even like low propensity voters and cranks are coming on board because they see something that they associate with or like? But yeah, Must have been refreshing to be around actual organized people who love chat, but online leftism can be so fucking toxic and awful. Yes, that is always the best part. That is the most like anti-black pill thing. Whenever people ask me why I do this stuff, because people will just be like, why do you do this stuff? Aren't you fearful that you might, you know, you might get attacked physically? Like, aren't you fearful of your safety? I'm like, no. Well, for two reasons. One, I say I wear a moral vest, okay, everywhere I go. And two, on top of that, this is the anti-black pill. The more time you spend online, the more people make major issues out of like minor slights and freak out over like imperfect allies and things of that nature. Easy for non-POC to ignore racist left-wingers. Oh my Lord. This is what I mean. Brother. We do team up. We team up with everybody. We give everybody healthcare. I have always said this, and I will always say this. Medicare for all means Medicare for all, including Nazis, okay? The goal for good governance is to eradicate that scourge of bigoted opinion. And the best possible way to do that is by identifying points of harm and points of hate and trying to bring them on board without making concessions to their bigoted opinions. Yeah, the POC get fucked over like anyways. Anyway, regardless of what you say, this has always been my opinion, and I have championed this forever. Like, you know, I've always said this, and I will always continue to say this. It is, in my opinion, the best way to eradicate, because no one is perfect. There's always going to be fucking bigoted opinions, reactionary sentiment, things of that nature. You can't like completely fucking eviscerate it. But I think if you've been in here long enough, you know, like I eat it on a daily fucking basis, right? I'm still eating it. Like Cuomo's still fucking hitting the fuck HASAN line over and over again, as though this is like a significant way to like attack Zohran's candidacy and his campaign. I eat it on a daily basis. You know this already. And ultimately, sometimes you just gotta eat it. Sometimes you gotta eat the racism a little bit. Not saying that you should allow it to fester, but sometimes, just like Zohran did, he ate it enough so that the campaign didn't revolve around the unjustifiable attacks of Islamophobia that was directed at him. And then if that became the major point of contention in the campaign, he would have failed. I don't think he would have won. The solution to the black pill online is always being out there around other people. This is my favorite shit too. Like, this is the other side of the story. Like, I think at this rate, the average liberal Winemom unironically reflects Bob Avakian's attitude on the Republican Party than most Twitter leftists do.
Was
Charlie Kirk, ma'am?
Yeah, him is horrible. Horrible.
Charlie Kirk is horrible?
Yes, I'm glad he's not here.
You're glad he's dead?
Yes.
Why would you say something like that, ma'am?
Because he was horrible on the campuses, the college campuses. Horrible person.
You know what? I do the exact same thing.
Well,
would you be glad if I would die?
Maybe. I'd have to think about it.
Bro, someone's auntie is out here saying like these are fascists that are ruining America and they must be dealt with. Meanwhile, the conversation that we're having in like left circles is like, I mean, I of course I condemn this liberal Winemom. I condemn this liberal Winemom, of course, but it's just
ashamed of yourself.
Be ashamed of yourself.
Your friend just said she'd be happy if I died.
I think we need to. Whatever.
That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. She only started interviewing old people because they don't know she shit her pants. Yeah. Only one person in this vid had shit their pants and somehow it's not the old woman. True. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I condemn. Boomer Democrats in 2020. Bernie is too radical. We need someone moderate and electable like Biden. Boomer Dems in 2026. Yes. I'm telling you, man, it's not as well defined because American politics are like purposely all over the place, but there is energy. There is momentum in this direction. And for us to not take advantage of this momentum is silly. It doesn't make any sense. To turn around and be like, well, some of these people are imperfect, or some of these people are bad, or whatever. Like, some of these people are not, or even the best possible, like most left version that runs and actually wins office. It almost feels like some people just want to gatekeep that shit. They want to fucking gatekeep that shit where they're like, no, leftism is supposed to be this like gate-kept secret. What the fuck? Once you reach a level of popularity, that means you've actually betrayed the revolutionary cause. It's like, Dude, just keep pushing, okay? Just keep pushing. Just shh, it's okay. Shh. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's all you got to do. Why is that so difficult? Take advantage. Recognize that these people are on your side. Give them the proper tools to understand why they've been fucked over. Because there is an internal strife within the Democratic Party, which I'm going to be addressing in a little bit. The consultant class within the Democratic infrastructure is desperately trying to go back to rebranding centrist third-way neoliberalism. They are actively trying to find a way not to look at why Kamala Harris lost seriously, not to conduct an actual autopsy and then push for social democratic policies, democratic socialist policies, push for more quote unquote radical candidates. And instead, they are focusing on how can we nullify the excitement? How can we make sure that we temper this approach? How can we restructure third way neoliberalism in a way that these boomers that want more, that demand more from their Democratic representatives will come to terms with it and will vote for us again, and will vote for our centrist candidates again.